What's up, Fruitful investors? In this video, I'll be talking about how to start flipping houses as a beginner. Now, if you don't know me, I flipped and renovated over 100 homes in the 12 years that I've been a real estate investor. I'm gonna give you all the best tips on how to reduce your risk and still make money. Stay tuned. All right, guys, so like I said, when flipping real estate, it's all about reducing your risk and putting the odds more in your favor. I always say that flipping is a slightly more savvy and strategic strategy. You definitely need to know what you're doing, but I'm gonna give you all the best tips on how to start and make sure that you actually make money and you don't lose money like so many people do. So first things first, the most important thing and the first thing you want to start with is the area. It is all about choosing the right area. You definitely don't want to be investing in the worst streets in the city. You just want to stay away from all those areas. So what you want to look for are, first, are there jobs in the area? So if you're in like a country town in the middle of Idaho or Wyoming or something, I'm not making fun of you guys, but like those areas, like are there people moving there? Are there jobs there? Are there amenities, right? So basically, like you want to flip houses in areas that people want to live and they're already moving to. So you want to stay away from trying to get ahead of the trend or like, oh, I heard this town in Utah is gonna be sick in like 3 years. I'm gonna go there now. Like, don't do that. You want to invest in areas that maybe have been flat and now they're going on the way up, or the market was going down, it flattened out and now you're going the way up. So you want to start like here in the real estate cycle, especially with flipping. Ideally, more like actually over here. You wanna start flipping when the area's already popping and there's stuff going on, right? Are the prices of the houses increasing? That's when you wanna get into flips. It sounds easy, it sounds like common sense, but a lot of people don't care about that. Why? They focus more on like cheap deals, like, you know, it's cheaper in the middle of America or in the country towns around like the big cities. It's cheaper out there, so I'm gonna go over there and flip. That's a totally wrong thing I'm telling you. You wanna go where the area is really good and the people are already there, okay? So number one, location, location, location. I don't wanna say that stupid ass term, but like literally, especially with flips, it is all about that. Number two, after you've decided which area, and I talk about this so much on my channel about like how do you decide what a good area is. You're looking for jobs, which means there's GDP growth, there's job growth. When there's job growth, people start moving to the area because there's jobs. That leads to population growth or people moving. And like I said, amenities, things for people to do. Sports, stadiums, baseball fields, stuff like that. That's what people want because they want to raise their family in a nice suburban area, right? So those are really like your, what you're looking for. Number two, you need, I'm gonna underscore this a million times, need a real, again, deal. And I can underline that too. You need a real deal. So what that usually means is, in this time of the market in most of North America, okay, MLS ain't gonna work most of the time for flips. It's too expensive, you're paying market value, it's just not gonna work. So what you need to do is actually get below market value deals. I'll share with you a bit about that in this video. In so many of my other videos, I go into deeper of how to get actually under market deals, but you need a real smoking ass deal. The whole point of flipping, the whole strategy in a nutshell really is buy low, sell high, right? You've heard that before. So you really gotta buy under market value. Now you're probably saying like, how's that possible? The market's on fire probably in my area. Thanks, Matt, but that's not gonna happen. Trust me, there are motivated people in all markets all the time who always need to sell at a discount. So they will sell to you knowing full well they're selling to you at a discount, but they want your convenience, they want what you're offering, they like you. So many various reasons why people will sell to you at a discount. For example, my area of Kitchener-Waterloo, Ontario, Canada, market is on fucking fire. It is crazy. The market's insane here in Canada and especially lower Ontario. Holy crap. And people know full well when the houses in the area are selling for 500 on the street and I offer them 440, 450, they're not stupid. Like they know, they tell us all the time, I know I can go to the market right now and sell this with a realtor for 500 and pocket like, you know, 480, but I'm selling to you guys for 440 because I like you. You know, you guys are easy. I can leave all my shit in the house and just walk out the door, etc., etc., etc. People will sell to you always at a discount. But that usually means MLS deals are not gonna work. I flip a couple MLS deals, probably like 2% of my deals are MLS. All the rest are direct to seller, off market, from motivated sellers who want to sell. So next thing up is you need to know your numbers. Know your numbers and comps. So numbers mean like your renovation budget, the price, and the comps when you're gonna sell it. How much is it gonna be worth? What are the houses in the area selling for? You need to know those very, very well. Because if you make a mistake on these or you're off by 10 grand, 20 grand, 30 grand on either side of this, bad news, especially with a flip. Like I always say with a rental property, if you overpay 20 grand, if you over renovate by 30 grand, no big deal. You just hold on to the property for another year or 2 or 3 years. Trust me, you're gonna make a ton of money. If you do that in this world of flipping, big consequences and you could lose or worse and just go under. So you don't wanna do that. You need to know your numbers and stick to them and be very stern on what your numbers are and what you can offer. And that is what it is. The ceiling is the ceiling, that's it. Because sellers will try and get more out of you and you just gotta be comfortable saying, no, I can't do that. I wish I could do that. I can only pay this much. It is what it is. And by the way, a little tip here, when you walk away from the table, that's one of the best strategies ever. For example, if a seller's like, I want 480, 480, that's the least I'll take. And you're like, the most I can do is 440. And they're like, well, it's not gonna work. You have to say like, I wish I could give that to you. I wish I could, but I just can't. The numbers won't work. You know, I'll go under, I'll be negative 30 grand. Who's gonna do that deal? Nobody. I wish you the best. See you later. And you just leave. Walk away from the table. Because a lot of the time, trust me, they're gonna call you back. If you're only off 40, 50 grand and they really wanna sell for whatever reason, and you say, sorry man, I can't, I'm just gonna leave now, they'll call you either right there as you're walking away or the next day and they'll say, you know what, I've thought about it, I'll take your 440 just because I want out of this house. Boom. A lot of people will cave under that and they'll be like, okay, can you do 460 and split the difference? Don't do that shit. Stick to your numbers, especially with the flips, because it can get dangerous. So how do you know what to pay and how do you know what number are your numbers? I'll show you a quick little formula here that I use. You've probably seen it before if you follow me, but I like to say it literally in like every single video that I talk about flips because it's so important. So the formula you want to use to know what to pay for a property is after repair value, ARV. So that's like a real estate term if you don't know that. After repair value times 80%, I'll break this down too, minus the renovation budget equals the max price. I'm running out of room. So what does this mean in real life? So let's say if I know, basically before we go to a meeting, we always want to know what the after repair value is gonna be once we make it look awesome. So being a real estate expert, this is your job to know all of these numbers before you even go to the house. You know exactly what you're doing because you're doing so much business in this area, you're researching the area, you know all the numbers. It just makes things so much easier. So if it's a single family house, kind of like this, just your average single family house or whatever, I know in my area, when I'm done with it, the minimum it'll be worth is 600 grand. So I plug that into the formula and then I times that by 80%. So why 80%? Basically, I'm taking 20% right out of the deal of the final price because 10% of that's gonna go to financing, 2% of that's gonna go to holding costs, 3% is gonna go to financing costs and realtor costs, and then hopefully I'll net 5%. That's like a good average, pretty good deal, pretty good formula and pretty good profit. So that's why we're taking the 20% right out of that. We wanna net at least 5% of that, right? And then we haven't renovated the house yet, right? So 600 grand, we're taking the 20% out, we still have to renovate it. And the average reno in my area for like the flips that we do for a single family house is 80 grand. So if my numbers are right, 600 grand times times 80% equals 480. So I know this number before I even get to the house. Then I get to the house, I walk around, I go, yep, it's gonna cost 80 grand. I subtract 80 grand from the 480. That means my max purchase price is 400K. And when I sit down at the table with them, I'll shoot 380K. I can pay 380 and then they can wiggle me up to 400. They feel like they won, I won, everybody won, okay? So that's the formula. If you buy your flips and you know your numbers and your renovation numbers, if you buy like this, you will almost never lose money. It is absolutely foolproof. And in 12 years, I've been doing real estate and the 100 homes or so we've done, haven't lost any money yet. Because I'm insane and I don't want to lose money. I'm a big baby. Which leads me to number 3, okay? So focus on cosmetic flips. I don't know what that was. Flips? Flips. Okay, so I like to stay away from kind of like major jobs. So the foundation's leaning, you know, the floor sagging, the walls are falling apart, the ceiling's falling in, I can't figure out why. Like anything that's like insanely major. And by the way, I flip a lot of houses and I'm also a carpenter by trade. I still don't want to mess with the houses that are falling over because of structural serious issues, because that's a ball game you don't want to get into. For example, we recently finished a flip. It was an old 1914 house and everything seemed pretty straightforward, like it was a cosmetic flip like I like, but I knew from the beginning, I was like, man, this house is so old. I bet you the plumbing under the ground's all bullshit, clay tile, it's garbage. And in fact, it was. I had to replace all of the plumbing underneath and a bunch of other garbage like that. And you don't get money back for that stuff. Like I told the buyers, oh, this is all like brand new plumbing, dude. I was talking it up, obviously. The plumbing's all brand new, it's awesome. And they're like, yeah, it's sweet, man. But like, I'm not paying for that, right? So like, you don't get the money back on that as you do when you do these flips, which is what I want you to do. So my signature is paint, floor, right? Trim, doors, kitchen, bathrooms, and out. That's what I like to do. So just the cosmetics, man, just the fluffy stuff. I changed the tap, I put the gold tap, right, on the nice quartz counters we do. And the people are like, oh my God, honey, did you see that gold tap on that white quartz countertop? Holy shit. I put the nice light fixture up, I paint the accent wall, right? We have a couple in our house, right? People go, whoa, that looks so cool, so unique. It was like a $30 can of paint. So stuff like that, all the frilly stuff, that's what makes you money. And you wanna focus on those things. Stay away from all the crazy renos, especially if you're a new beginner investor. Just don't mess with those. Trust me, it's not worth it. Don't even try. Next up, stage your flips. Why? Your buyers have imagination. They have no imagination. Most buyers don't. They can't see things. The worst thing you can do is flip a house and it looks all amazing, all brand new, but the house is dead empty. When people walk in, especially if it's like a slightly awkward layout, some people just can't picture like, honey, where's the couch gonna go? Where's the TV gonna go? Where are we gonna put the dining table? Where are the kids gonna sit? All this stuff. They just can't picture it, right? But we can, because we're in real estate every day. We transform houses. That's our whole business model. But we know how to like design things, but the average Joe has no fucking idea, right? So you wanna stage the house for them. That's the whole reason why we stage. We tell them where the living room's gonna go. We tell them where the kids are gonna sit at the countertop, and we're gonna put like an iPad on the counter for the staging or whatever. So they go in there and they go, oh my God, can you just imagine the kids eating breakfast there? Like that's how nerdy and deep we go with the marketing of the staging, which essentially is just marketing. We wanna paint the picture in the minds of the buyers of what it's gonna be like should they buy this house at full price, that's right, and live in this house. So I can't stress that enough. It is absolutely amazing. Houses that don't get staged don't sell for nearly as much. And me being a realtor, I've helped many flippers sell their properties. And when they don't stage it, it is painful to try and sell it most times. And when it's staged, it sells in like one day. All of our flips, I've never had a flip in the past year. Now the past year and a half has obviously been like pretty crazy, but still, I haven't had one of our flips sit for longer than 7 days on the market. Not one. And we flipped like, I don't know, 20, 25 homes in the past year. Like totally insane. Last but not least, you want to take good quality videos and pictures for your listing. So this kind of rests on your realtor, or if you have a social media manager or somebody doing videos for your real estate business already. Okay, when you sell that property, it is absolutely so important to take amazing videos. Most importantly, realtors, I am one, so I can talk about this. Realtors are dummies and they don't take videos for their listing. It's absolutely insane. You want to make a sick video, especially geared towards the type of buyer you're going to have. So if it's like a millennial, which the majority of the houses we're selling are for starter homes or to younger millennials, we're making that video awesome. There's like hip hop music in it. It's super cool the way it's all filmed and edited, just totally geared to them. But the video kind of showcases way more obviously than a picture could. And like literally 9 times out of 10, the house is already sold before the buyers even get to the house, honestly. They watch the video, they're like, this is amazing. They call the realtor, I need to get in there. Like they're already buying that house before they get there. They're just coming here as a formality to see the house and then they go, yep, I wanna buy it. So you wanna paint the whole picture on video. Those are my best tips. I use them all the time and we make a ton of money from flipping. So if you guys like this video, if you learned anything, please smash that like button. It helps the algorithm, and hit that subscribe button so we can see more of each other. I'll see you in the next video.